So hello guys, welcome back to Coding Cafe. Now in this video tutorial we will work on the home page. So let's start. So the first thing we will do is to open up the HTML tags and in the title we will add the title as my chat and then home. I think that's it. And now we will add the bootstrap files. So for that we will just copy these three link script and this two script and one link from there and just paste it down below. And now what we will do, we will open up a div and the div class will be container main hyphen section, and inside this we will open up another div. We will close that div, and inside this div the class will be row. And now inside this div we will open up another div and we will assign it a class will be column or just col hyphen md hyphen 3 col hyphen m or sm hyphen 3 col hyphen x s hyphen 12 and then left hyphen sidebar. And inside this div what we will do is to create another div, and this div will also have a class will be input hyphen group hyphen btn, and then after this we will add a div and inside this div let's just assign a class to this div. The class will be input hyphen group hyphen btn, and now inside this div we will open up a center tag. What is just happening? Okay, so inside this center tag we will open up a href and it will be equals to, in the include folder we will create a file and the file name will be find underscore friends friends.php. We will create this in the upcoming video, so don't worry. And then we will create a button, and inside this button first let's just give a class to this button btn hyphen default search hyphen icon. This video will take a lot of time, so sit tight. Okay, and its name will be search underscore user, and after that its type will be submit, and after the type inside this button we will type that add new user. Okay, and after that we will close that href tag. So we made a little mistake. We will just remove this hyphen btn. We will just type that search box. Okay, so after this search box div will send right here. Okay, so after this we will create a div, and the div class will be left hyphen chat, and inside this left hyphen chat we will create a unordered list, and inside this unordered list what we will do is to add a or open up a PHP tags, and include inside the includes folder we have a file name get underscore user. We will create this get underscore users underscore data dot php file in the coming videos, so don't worry guys, we will create this all files. Okay, so the file name is get users data dot php, and after this div, and this div ends right here. So after this we will open up another div, and inside this div let's just first assign it a class. Its class will be call hyphen md hyphen 9 call hyphen sm hyphen 9 call hyphen xs hyphen 12, and then write sidebar. Okay, and inside this div we will get the user information who is logged in at that moment. Okay, so for that what we will do is to create a div, close that div, and assign this div a class. Class will be row, and for remembering we will leave a comment over here so that we understand what we do over here. Okay, so now after this we will open up a PHP tags, and inside this PHP tags we will over create a variable users. It will be equals to dollar underscore session, and then user underscore email, and after this we will create a variable get underscore user. It will be equals to select all from the users table, where user underscore email will be equals to the variable dollar user. That's it. And after get users we will create a variable run underscore user, and it will be equals to mysql I underscore query. We will pass the connection variable and then the get underscore user variable, and after that we will create a new variable row. It will be equals to mysql I underscore fetch array, and inside this fetch array we will pass the run underscore user variable. So now we will get the user ID and the username. So in this sense we can get the user ID and the username, and after this we will get that user data which online user click on. If I just click on like Alizeb's account, so it will show his data, and if I click on someone else's account it will show that user's data. So for that what we need to do, let's just open up a new PHP tags for that, so we will not get confused. Okay, and leave a comment over here. The comment will getting user data on which users click. So now inside this we will add an if condition. If I set dollar get username. In the introductory video you guys see that on the left sidebar all the users are appear their username. So if a login user click on someone's account, we will get that username, and using the username, and we will get the user data from the database. I hope you understand, and if not, then I will show you that how this code works in the upcoming videos once we complete the home page. Okay, so don't worry. So the query will be select all from or first let's just create a variable get underscore username. It will be equals to dollar underscore get user underscore name. Select all from users where user underscore name will be equals to dollar get underscore username variable. And after this what we will do is to create a variable run underscore user. It will be equals to mysql underscore query. We will pass the connection variable and then the get underscore user variable, and after that we will create a variable row underscore user. It will be equals to mysql underscore fetch array, and inside this fetch array we will pass the run underscore user variable, and using this we will get the first we will get the username and then the row underscore user. User underscore profile image will be equals to row underscore user and then profile, add semicolon at the end. And before we move to the next step, first we will create a users chat table, just really quick. So if you click on the new, the table name will be users underscore chat. Inside this table we will keep all the users chats. Okay, so the first one will be the message ID, which will be an integer and it will be an auto increment, and after that sender underscore username, which will be varchar and its length will be 100, and after that receiver underscore username, it will be varchar 100, message underscore content, it will be also varchar, its length will be 255. Let's just add two more columns. So the second last will be message underscore status. So the message is read or not by a user, and then message underscore date, it will be a timestamp, and then where is it? Okay, current timestamp. Okay, so I think it's done, and then click on this save button, and now we have the users chat table ready. Okay, so now we will move on to our text editor and type coding. So now what we will do is to create a variable total underscore messages. It will be equals to select all from the users underscore chats where sender underscore username will be equals to, we are writing this code so we didn't forget. Okay, receiver underscore user name will be equals to the username. So the receiver will be the user which a online user send a message to, and sender will be the user which sends a message to another user. So after this we will close that bracket, and then what we will do is type or, then we will add a brackets, and then we will just type receiver underscore username will be equals to, this time it will be equals to the dollar user underscore name, and the sender underscore user will be equals to username will be equals to the dollar username. So if the user exchange their messages with each other, that code is for that. And after that we will create a variable run underscore messages. It will be equals to mysql underscore query, then we will pass the connection variable, and then the total underscore messages. Oh, let me just close that in brackets. So alright, so after the run underscore messages we will create a variable total, just total, and it will be equals to mysql underscore num underscore rows, and then run underscore messages. And after this what we will do is to add a div. We will close that div right below. The div class will be equals to call hyphen md hyphen 12, and then right hyphen header, and inside this we will open up another div. The div class will be right hyphen header hyphen img, and after that we will close that div. And inside this div what we will do is to add an image src will be equals to, now we will show the user's profile picture. Once we design all of that, then you will understand all of the code. Okay, so don't worry, but it will take a long time to complete this home page because it's got a lot of coding. So now it will show the profile image, and after this div what we will do is to open up another div, and this time the div class will be equals to right header details or just detail. And inside this div we will open up a forum, and its method will be post. We are doing all the HTML and the PHP code for the home page together, okay, so don't confuse. So inside this PHP tags we will echo the username of the user which a online user want to see. So we will echo the username, or you can say his full name, and after then we will open up a span tag, and inside this span tag what we will do is to open up a PHP tags. What is going with my typing? Okay, so inside this PHP tag we will echo the total messages with that user. Then it will show that if the total messages are 25, then it will say that 25 messages, and then we will add some space because we need that space right there. Okay, so after this we will create a button, and the button name will be logout. All this information will show right here. If you see in the documentary video, it just show the user's profile and then his name and then the logout button. If you didn't see it, then please watch the introductory video. After that we will give it a class. The class will be btn hyphen danger, and then log out. Okay, so after this forum what we will do is to open up a PHP tags, and inside this PHP tags we will add an if condition. If I set $_post and then logout. So if the user click on that logout button, then now we will update the database to the database column to offline. Okay, so we will create a variable update message. It will be equals to mysql I underscore query, mysql I query. Then we will pass the connection variable, and then we will say that update the users table set log underscore in to offline, and then where user underscore name will be equals to the user which will be logged in at that time. Oh, and then we will redirect the users to header. Then we will add a brackets and then quotes, and then we will just type location logout.php. We will create this logout.php page right now because it's got a 5 or 6 lines of code. This file will be saved in the my chat, and its name will be logout.php. Click save. So on this page we will add a PHP opening and closing tags, and then we will start the session, and then we will destroy that session, and then we will send them back to the the signin.php file. Okay, so we will just type signin.php, add a semicolon. So now we have a logout.php file ready. Okay, so let's get back to the home.php file. We will add a semicolon after that, and then we will extract this so it will not move on to the other functions. So now after this closing div, open up another div. The div class will be row, and inside this div we will open up another div. The div id will be scrolling to bottom. Its class will be call hyphen md hyphen 12 right header hyphen content and then chat. Okay, so we will create a variable name select messages, and it will be equals to a query. The query will be that we will select all the users chat of that both of that users chat in the database, and we will show to them all of their messages, like you as you see in the Facebook Messenger or any other chat apps or websites. So select all from the users underscore chats where add a brackets sender underscore username will be equals to the dollar user underscore name, and receiver underscore username will be equals to the dollar user name. And after these brackets we will type or, then brackets, and then we will type receiver underscore username is equals to, this time it will be equals to dollar user underscore name, and the sender underscore username will be equals to the dollar user name. Sender underscore user will be equals to username. Okay, and after this brackets we will type order by 1 and in the ascending order, and then we will add a semicolon at the end to close that. And after this we will get a variable run underscore message, and then mysql I underscore query, it will be equals to the connection variable, and then the select underscore message variable. Okay, this variable, and after that we will now add a while loop. So now inside this while loop what we will do is to first create a variable dollar row, and it will be equals to mysql I underscore fetch array, and in this brackets we will pass the run underscore msg variable. Okay, so now first we will get the sender username, and then the receiver username, and then the message content, then the message status, and then the message date. So we will get only these four things. Okay, not the message status right now because we don't need that at this moment. So after this so we will remove this bracket because we don't want to close the while loop over here. We will close this after we show that username, user date, and the message content to the user. So for that, what we will do is after that php closing tag, we will open up an unordered list, and inside this unordered list we will open up a php tags, and inside this php tags we will open up and if condition, if dollar user underscore name is equals to the dollar sender underscore name or sender underscore username, and the username is equals to the receiver underscore username, then what we will do is to echo now we will echo the username, message date, and message content for the receiver, and after this we will show their user name, user message date, and message content from for that user which is online. Okay, so inside this echo tag we will open up an li, close that li, and then inside this li we will open up a div, close that div, and then the div class will be equals to right side hyphen chat, and then we will open up a span tag, and inside this span tag we will show the user name, and then we will open up a small tag, and inside this small tag we will show the underscore message underscore date, and after that we will show the message content. All right, and now we will show the username and the password for that user which will be online at that moment. This one is for that user, this one is for the receiver. This will show in the chat over here, and now we will create a div for that user which will, if he send a message, then that div will be shown right here, and also his message content. Okay, so let me just show you how we will do that. We will just copy this if condition and just paste it down below. Let me just settle there. Okay, that's it. Okay, so now the username will be equals to the receiver underscore username, and that user name will be equals to the sender underscore username. Okay, and then we will show the username, message date, and the message content, and what we will add that else if, because we already add an if condition up there. Okay, we will give it some space, so now it is in position with the upon if condition. And now guys, as I say you that now we will close the while loop bracket right here. Okay, so now it's closed. If you see that while loop is closed down here. So guys, this video will be take a little more time, then the home page will be complete, the HTML and the PHP codes will be complete, and in the next video we will design this and creates all the remaining file, the find people and all of that. Okay, so after this closing div, we will open up another div, close that div, and then we will type class will be equals to row, and then we will open up another div. We are creating this div for the sending message. Okay, so now we will assign this a class will be call hyphen md hyphen 12, and then write chat hyphen text, let's just say box, text box. Okay, and then inside this we will open up a forum, and its method will be post, and then we will create an input type. Its type will be text, its name will be message underscore content, and over here we will just, the autocomplete will be off, and after that its placeholder will be write your message. And now what we will do is to create a button. It's the button class will be btn, its name will be submit, class will be btn, and then we will add an I tag for the icon. So its class will be equals to, what is happening right here? All right, we don't need to close that right there, we will close that after this. Okay, so now its class will be fa hyphen telegram, then it will show a icon. Okay, so after that we will type that aria hyphen hidden, hidden, hidden will be equals to true, and I think our form is ready. Okay, so after this closing div we will add a php tag, and inside this php tags what we will do is to add an if condition. Let's just say if I set dollar underscore post, and then the submit button is click, then what we will do is to create a variable message, then html entities will be equals to dollar hyphen post, and then we will pass the message underscore content, and then we will add a semicolon to close it. After that we will add another if condition. If $msg is equals to null or nothing, if it is empty, then what we will do is to show them a message that message was unable to send. Okay, so I will just pause the video and type that to make things simple and easy and save our time. So I just typed it, and after this else condition, or I mean this if condition, we will add an else if condition, and inside this we will type strlen, and we will pass the message variable. If it is greater than 100 words, then what we will do is to show them a message that message is too long, use only 100 characters. like this. And after this, what we will do is, after this else if bracket, we will add an else condition, and inside this else condition we will insert the message into our database. So for that we will create a variable insert, and it will be equals to insert into users underscore chats table, and the sender underscore username will be, no, sender underscore username, then the receiver underscore username, and then the message underscore content, then the message status, and then the message date. Okay, and then we will assign it a values. So for that, what we will do is, to values will be, the first one will be the username, and then the, okay, so user name, that one is user underscore name, and this one will be user underscore name. The sender will be user underscore name, which will be online at that moment, and the receiver will be that user that a user want to chat with. Okay, and after that we will pass the message content, and then the status will be unread, and after that the time will be the present time, and then we will add a semicolon, okay, to close it. So after that, what we will do is to create another variable, run underscore insert. It will be equals to my sqli underscore query, then we will pass the connection variable, and then the insert variable, and after this brackets. Okay, so I think this is it for this video, and in the next video we will design this home page, and we will fix all the errors and bugs in the on the home.php file, and we will create all the remaining files and for files.php files and all of that, and we will add a function to auto scroll to the bottom. Okay, so I think 80% of our code for the home.php page are done, and 20% we will do in the next video. So thank you guys for watching, and subscribe our channel Coding Cafe.